So here we go again. This is the Moloko 10'6" Alto. My name's Tony, I'm for the SUP company. Stick around and let me take you through it. So here we go, this is the Moloko 10'6" Alto. From Moloko, it is certainly their best selling model, 10'6" long, 32 inches in width, and then also 4.75 inches in thickness. The reason for its popularity simply is, well, it's a 10'6" board. Arguably 10'6" as all-round boards are by far and away the most popular category of board out there in the marketplace. 10'6", 32, you tend to see that from a lot of different brands, it's a fairly generic size, but just those dimensions aren't the full story. Most importantly in all of that is the overall outline shape as an all-round board, and then also the pressure that it takes as an inflatable. In terms of the overall outline shape, well, let's go from the nose down to the tail as we do in all of our videos here at the SUP company. And it is really in that overall outline shape initially that we see a lot of width. And Moloko have gone and placed a lot of width in the nose of this board, up and then into the shoulders effectively, and carried that width all the way down through the overall outline shape to, let's really refer to it as the waist down here, and then not drawn it in too quickly in the tail of the board. And that gives us, for all intents and purposes, at 32 inches of width, a really stable shape. What Moloko haven't neglected is the rocker line of the board, and that's effectively the bend that's built into the board. What they've managed to do here on the 10'6" Alto is a small amount of rocker in the nose, so that really is enabling the board to work well in small waves, and just ensuring that if you are playing in small waves, you're not going to lose the nose of the board, and it's not going to pearl down into the next wave ahead of you. Overall though, yeah, really common features that we see in good all-rounders. Nice carry handle on the nose from Moloko. They've taken care to actually include their own branding in it with a neoprene sleeve around the handle, so it's quite comfortable to carry the board. Working our way back down from the nose of the board now, nice clear graphic. It's quite a conservative look overall, I feel, from Moloko, which, to be honest, appeals to a really broader audience as a result. They're not really seeking to alienate anyone with anything too loud and too shouty. But we continue that kind of clear aesthetic overall down to what is a very simple yet effective bungee system up here on the nose. If you're carrying a dry bag or something along those lines, it's just going to slip comfortably and be quite secure underneath that netting on the front. And then we come through to this deck pad. Nice crocodile skin finish, really good texture underfoot, nice, comfortable over distance, and it's pretty thick as well, so it's actually going to offer a lot of support if you're starting paddleboarding for the first time. Particularly one of the big feedback features we get is the arches of my feet really ache. Well, having a slightly deeper EVA deck pad can offer a little bit more cushioning and ease that over a period of time. Carry handle, we see a continuation of what we find on the nose there in the center of the board. Again, finished off with their branding, and then also this neoprene sleeve, just making it comfortable to carry it over any distance. But yeah, the deck pad kind of runs all the way back down. They've taken care to include the overall aesthetic of the graphics and tied it into the rails of the board. One thing I do like that they've done on this, and what we tend to find as boards get more elaborate in their graphics and brands seek to tie it into the rails, is, well, the practicality of that, in that when you are using an inflatable paddleboard, they are really resilient, but people tend to leave them up on their rails often, and we see sometimes with brands that do put graphics all the way down here in the central area, well, it starts to eat away at the graphic and the paint on the side and any ink they've used to brand it. Well, Moloko have taken care to leave that clear, so really it's not going to wear and look tired over a period of time. They've kept the graphics back down near the tail of the board or anything up near the nose. So yeah, they've thought about how the board's going to be used over time. Finishing out with the valve on the back end there and the D-ring for our leash, which is included in the package overall, and there's also all the information that you need in order to inflate the board. Notably, the board being a fusion construction layup, it does go up to 20 psi, so that's a really rigid pressure, particularly considering the price point on these boards. But if we roll the board up onto its rail now, you can see that very clean design is continued all the way through on the underside of the board. The logo, nice, low key, not too shouty, and then they've taken care to include a D-ring on the underside of the nose. So if you are looking to tie it onto the back of a boat or onto a riverbank, you've got the opportunity to secure the board there. This though flows down so you can see the overall outline shape of the board, so how it carries its width further forward on the nose, back down to the center here in the main standing area, and then down to the fin box. Now they do come with a surf style fin, and it is a single fin box, which I so often like. What we tend to find is where you see brands have a thruster fin setup as well, more often than not, it tends to be a hangover from surfing, and it's really not needed on an inflatable board unless it is an out and out dedicated surf board. A nice touch though on all the Moloko boards is the fin box. It's actually a folding fin box. So it does make packing this board down into what is a very generous board bag from Moloko very, very easy. It is worth noting that the board bag from Moloko is made from recycled plastic bottles. It is wheeled, and it's probably the largest board bag we've seen of any inflatable paddleboard on the market, but it's really good quality, very hard wearing PET material, and there's plenty of room to get everything in there. The paddle itself from Moloko, well, that is a 3-piece carbon composite glass paddle. It runs on a nylon PE blade, and they've taken care to actually have quite a deep concave in the center of that, which offers a really solid, firm catch. So often we find that with paddleboards at around about this price point is there tends to be compromises made in the overall package, and Molokos don't seem to have done that. The bag is of great quality, and the paddle too is of really good quality. So there you have it. In short, if you are looking for a really good, I would say honest all-rounder at a really fair price point, then Moloko 10.6 Alto absolutely has to be on your shortlist. Thanks for watching our video. If you've got any questions about what you've seen, why not give us a call in the shop or head over to thesupco.com. To stay up to date though with all of our videos, well, make sure you subscribe up here and hit the notification bell. But to see our next video, well, take a look up here.